I have this innate disdain for scammers. Every kind of scammer I absolutely hate. Whether you're a phone scammer, whether you're an Instagram crypto scammer, whether you're someone who advertises a service and then provides something else. As far as I'm concerned, they can all go straight to hell. They provide no value to society. They take like parasites, because that's what they are. And they do it to fill their own pockets and get rich. All those scammers, in my opinion, should be hung by their balls from a little piece of rope, and then they should be swung at with a bat like a piñata, because that's what they deserve. If these two scammers were to fight and duke it out, well, you'd think that the rest of us would win by watching these two go at it, but that's not the case. I think the biggest loser of the fight that's going to happen between Logan Paul and Dillon Danis is going to be us, the fight fans. I have been a huge fight fan. I still am to this day, and I love watching fighting. MMA, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. I'm a fan of all of these. I love it. I love the build-up. I love the delivery. I love the punches. It's just very primal, and there is something really cool about watching two people duke it out to the best of their abilities and put everything on the line. When it comes to fight promotion, it's a wild west. It's a free-for-all. You can say whatever you want, because the goal is to get people to buy the pay-per-view and watch the fight, and that's how you make money. That's why fighters say the most ridiculously outlandish things. You got some of the people in the media trying to cancel fighters for saying stuff, but the thing is, these guys are going to get in there and punch each other in the face. Or if it's MMA, they're going to head kick each other in the face, in the body. They're looking to take this guy's head off. So how nice can you really be? You can't really be nice. You shouldn't be nice, because this guy is coming to also take your head off. However, I do think this fight promotion has crossed the line. You guys probably know who Logan Paul is. He's a YouTuber turned boxer turned drink salesman. And Dillon Danis is the former water boy of Conor McGregor, who is only famous because he was Conor's jiu-jitsu coach, and now he thinks he's the king of the world. He realized that if he runs his mouth on social media, he's gonna get attention. And that's what he's been doing for the last 4 years. Because that's the last time he actually had a fight. And if you're a fighter and you haven't fought in the last 4 years, you're not a fighter anymore. But not Dillon Danis. This guy realized that as long as he keeps tweeting stupid shit, he's gonna get attention. He is the definition of a keyboard warrior. About a month or two ago, there was an announcement that Logan Paul and Dillon Danis were gonna fight, which was very surprising news to me, because Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather 2 years ago. Floyd Money Mayweather, the greatest boxer of our generation, maybe of all time. Logan Paul fought him. And to go from fighting Floyd Mayweather to fighting a nobody like Dillon Danis, like, really, bro? A guy who at this point is literally just a fighting social media influencer. He doesn't provide any real value to anybody or anything. All he does is run his mouth. And if you look at Dillon Danis, you can also kind of tell this guy definitely smells really bad. Whenever you're around him, this big smell of ass just completely fills the air and punches you in the nostrils, and you're like, I just gotta get the fuck out of here. Now, the main reason this fight is getting so much attention, it's not because of Logan Paul and his name. This fight is getting attention because of Dillon Danis' promotion on Twitter. If you don't know, Logan Paul recently got engaged to this girl named Nina. And apparently Nina, before she got engaged, she liked to have a lot of fun. She liked to be with a lot of dudes. She was enjoying her single life. That's whatever. That's not really a big deal. If you're single, you can go do whatever the hell you want to do. But of course, in the Twitter sphere influencer generation that we live in, Dillon Danis has been posting all these photos of Logan Paul's fiancée with other men onto his Twitter. And this has been promoting the fight. They haven't at one point talked about how they're going to actually fight. It's not like, oh, I got a mean right hook. I'm going to swing. I'm going to knock you out. You can't defend it. No, it's like, oh, bro, but your fiancée, she's with dudes. Watch the fight. Yeah. It's like you almost forget that these two are actually fighting. This is just a Twitter beef that for some reason came to real life. Another part that really annoys me is Dillon has gained so much clout from this. from posting photos of Nina. He has more than tripled his Twitter followers, and it's still increasing. The fight isn't happening for another month and a half. I think he's going to easily cross 1 million followers on Twitter, which is exactly what he wants. And this is 100% Logan Paul's fault. Why would you take a fight against Dillon Danis, who is just a nobody? He pulled out of fighting with KSI. He pulled out of fighting with Jake Paul. Two people who are close to Logan were supposed to fight this guy, but they didn't because Dillon pulled out like a little bitch. And I'm calling it right now. I don't think this fight happens. I think Dillon pulls out of the fight 1 or 2 weeks before it's supposed to happen because he's going to have gained all the social media clout. He's going to have more opportunities to make sponsored posts and make money. And he's not going to have to fight Logan Paul. He's not getting a percentage of the pay-per-view anyway. So he's just going to have talked all this shit about his fiancée and then not even have to fight him because that's what he does. He has no shame. The reason I hate these two so much is, well, Dillon Danis is just a parasite, but this guy also tried to scam his own followers. CoffeeZilla, the YouTuber, made a video where he literally duped Dillon Danis into promoting fake NFTs, and Dillon Danis did it pretty much without any question. Didn't even investigate what was going on. He just promoted a scam to his people, which irks my soul. And talking about Logan Paul, I've been a huge Logan Paul fan since the mid-2010 days, since before the Japanese video came out. I was always a fan because I loved the way he made the videos. I loved his energy. He was one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, and his storytelling and his style was second to none. His editing, he had one of the best editors, Hayden Hillier-Smith. And anytime I watch the Logan Paul video, I know it's gonna be a good video because he put so much effort into making them good. This guy pioneered influencer boxing. Him and KSI were the first people to do it. And now look at influencer boxing. It's gotten so much bigger, and it's going to continue to get bigger. He was the pioneer of that. And to transition into something as hard as boxing when you don't have any boxing experience, that takes a giant set of balls and an incredible belief in yourself. So you gotta respect that. And then he started to sell Prime, which I was a huge fan of at first because it tasted great. So Logan Paul has been doing all this amazing stuff. He's been doing great stuff. He's been winning. The point where he lost me is he also tried to scam his own people, and he actually did it too. That whole Crypto Zoo thing where he promoted this new NFT game that he came out with. He still hasn't paid back the victims of that scam. Even though we know he has the money, he hasn't paid them back because he would rather keep the money in his pocket. He made a video saying he was going to pay them back. It's been more than 7-8 months now since that video came out, and still it's been crickets. Nothing. He hasn't even said how he's going to pay them back. I've given him every benefit of the doubt I can. I was a big fan for a long time, but man, just if you scam somebody, especially if you scam your own people, the people who believed in you, if you scam them and take their money for yourself out of your greed, that to me is where I draw the line. My disdain for scammers is coming through, and I cannot stand these idiots. And I'm hoping this fight doesn't happen, but on the off chance it does, I gotta pick who I hate more between Logan Paul and Dillon Danis. And I think I hate Dillon Danis more. So, if this fight happens, I am praying with all my soul, with every fiber of my being, that Logan knocks Dillon out in the first round and does it violently and viciously. I hope Dillon's head bounces off the canvas like a watermelon. And I hope Dillon never fights again after. Or maybe the far better scenario, we see a double knockout and neither of them win. That'd be nice. I would like that. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll see you next time.